Good evening, everybody. Welcome to ReelTime for the real everyday movie fan. I'm Ryan Murphy.
I'm Josh Williams.
And today we are giving you a ReelTime 20th anniversary review of Halloweentown. So, last month we did, or a couple months ago we did Brink, and all these Disney Channel original movies that we grew up with are turning 20, so we're rewatching them, reviewing them.
Brink, as old men.
As old men.
Guys in their late 20s.
Yeah, well, 30s.
30
early 30s. But, Halloweentown. So Brink, we are, let's say, we still really enjoyed. Not quite the same for Halloweentown. This movie was dumb.
We're a little divided. I still found it funny.
Not
funny. It was a little fun. It was really corny. That's for damn sure.
It was it was dumb. I really still like the premise. So if you don't know the premise, Debbie Reynolds plays these children's grandmother, and their mom's all secretive about their grandmother, and then one day they follow her back home, and she lives in this other dimensional town called Halloweentown, where all the witches and ghosts and goblins live. So it's got a very Harry Potter feel to it. It came out in '98, which was the same year as the second Harry Potter book. So pretty much a coincidence. But yeah, and there's brooms that that's the sweeper 5000. So. So I love the premise. I still love the premise. I love Debbie Reynolds as the grandmother. And, I love that idea. It's like that Narnia idea of when you're a kid, go through the door and you'll be in a magical world or something. And that's all still there, and it's really great. But once they get there, the monsters and everything that's there look really hokey and terrible.
Yeah, but it's also Disney Channel.
And then, I think even as I thought back on it, thought back on the nostalgia, it was it had more to do with that, just the premise, than anything having to do with the look or the plot, because the plot is so dumb. I mean, there's something villainous going on, and I'm the only one who knows about it, even though it's plain to the eye that people are changing, but then there's really not much to this villain's plot. It's just, the good guys do a little bit, and then boom, something happens, and I don't want to. Should I worry about spoilers? The villain basically just gives himself away. I'll say that.
Yeah, this is 20th anniversary. We haven't seen it by now.
He waits he waits a little while they do something, and then boom, he's just hey, it was me, and it's okay, so there's been there's no progression to this plot. It's just there's something going on. Let's chew up some screen time, and then I will say, so that all was dumb, and then how they beat him is dumb, and it's all very, very simplistic. I mean, it's a very simplistic plot, but. What I loved growing up was the premise, and the other thing I forgot about that I loved growing up, and I love maybe even more now, is the skeleton taxi driver is the best. Always will be.
He's pretty great.
He's pretty great. And even the way his eye sockets move and stuff like that, I love that. So it's pretty much, the only two people in it that were recognizable are Debbie Reynolds and the woman who plays her daughter, the mom, who is...
April O'Neil
from the original Ninja Turtles, who didn't come back for number 2.
Judith, how you say it?
Judith Hogue or something, yeah. So yeah, there's
his side of it.
What's your side?
And would you even give it
I don't even know. Score. It's a kids movie. So this is where you're right. It really is a kids movie. When we talked about Brink, we talked about is it entertaining for adults? And when you go look at Brink, it's still very much a kids movie. So it still lets things slide that don't make sense, or lets things slide that are kind of dumb because it's a kids movie, and you too have to let it slide while still enjoying certain aspects of it. This was straight up just for your little kids. You're not gonna get anything out of this,
But if you're a kid, if you're our age and you have children, this would be a great movie to introduce to your kids. Because I feel if you had a family night where you can sit and watch this with your kids, you will get the nostalgic enjoyment out of it, even though it is when you watch it now. Even for us, I was man, this is hokey. But I still found enjoyment. It still made me happy that I can show this to my kids when when that time comes, and that you guys can do the same, and your kids will love it. I think the kids will love it. For a Disney movie, I would still probably give this a 7 out of 10. It's just like I said, it's for a kids Disney Channel original film. There's still the girl who plays Marnie's still pretty good. She's pretty great in it.
Kid actors are talented.
Yeah, the kid actors are very talented, and part of made it hokey was just certain aspects of it, and the creature makeup. But then again, we gotta think of the budget that it had. So other than that, the one thing I still will say was very abrupt, even now, and even as a kid, I remember didn't make sense to me, is how they defeated the villain. I remember you watched this as a kid, I was huh? Like, so even if you think as a kid, you're just like, oh, but that isn't okay. But you still will find enjoyment. It's Halloween time. It's something you can definitely watch with your kids. It's one of those kid-friendly films. If you're wondering what kind of Halloween movies to introduce to your children, this is a perfect one, I feel like. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yeah, it's just definitely kid-friendly. But
I mean, because even now, like I said, for Brink, Brink's not on there anymore. But if you go to, they're not paying us to say this, so we're not sponsored by them by any means. But Disney now does have it on their streaming service where you can. It's called Disney Channel Original Movies or a DCOM or something like that. But check it out. It's there, and I even think Halloweentown, the 3 Halloweentown movies are on there. So take them and watch them with your kids. I think you'll find enjoyment out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also just a side note, Halloweentown was directed by Dwayne Dunham, who was one of the editors on Return of the Jedi.
Really?
So I wouldn't say that's a step up. That's more of a lateral move. Possibly step down.
Directing.
Directing. Theme music composer was Mark Mothersbaugh, who was the front-man for Devo and has since gone on to be a big film composer. Did Thor Ragnarok. So.
Oh yeah, that's a really good one too. But you check it out. I think you guys will enjoy it as a family.
All right.
All right, folks. That was for today. Thank you very much for watching. What did you think of Halloweentown? If you have seen it recently, leave your comments in the section below. Let us know whether you liked it and your score out of 10, giving its fact to the Disney Channel original movie. And also, if you like what you watched, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you can see more of our various content in the future.
And we will be back in January with our review of the best Disney Channel original movie, Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century. Best one, most nostalgic.
No.
He's weird. Anyway, but thank you for keeping it real.
With ReelTime.